The live-action Naruto film is a complete mess right now. Let's get real for a second. The live-action Naruto movie is coming. And if you're anything like me, you've already started to worry. I mean, we've seen this before. Big animes get adapted and fans brace for impact. But this time it's different. I'm not just worried, I'm convinced it's already doomed. And let me tell you why. And to start, let's just talk about the leaked information that came out about the movie already. According to a report posted by Matt on Comic Book News, he got insider information that the producers of Lionsgate who are working on the Naruto live-action movie don't know the story of the manga and the anime series at all. They are only involved in the project to take advantage of an already built-up audience. And that just sounds like a cash grab to me, and we've seen this before with Death Note and Dragon Ball. And other than that, I just have some personal problems to me that I just can't see Lionsgate getting correct. So first up, let's talk culture. Naruto isn't just a story about ninjas, it's a Japanese story. From the world building to the customs, everything in Naruto is steeped in Japanese tradition. The ninja techniques are inspired by real world folklore. The way the characters interact, plus the food they eat, and so much more, all of that matters. But in a live-action adaptation for a global audience, there's a huge risk of losing all of that. They'll likely have to tone down on the Japanese elements to make it more universal. And here's the problem. That's exactly what we've seen happen with past live-action anime adaptations. And when you try to make something universal by stripping away its cultural roots, you end up with something that just feels hollow. You lose what made it special in the first place. And fans are going to notice and see that, and they're not going to let it slide. And next, we need to talk about the characters. Look, Naruto's characters are iconic. We've spent decades watching Naruto's growth, Sasuke's descent, Sakura's development, and Kakashi's cold-headed wisdom. These characters aren't just fictional, but they are cultural icons. But when you are making a live-action adaptation, you're asking the impossible. How do you cast these legendary roles? And let's face it, casting decisions are going to be huge for the success of this movie. No matter how talented the actors are, it's hard to imagine any casting choices really hitting the mark. Can anyone really be Naruto? Will they be able to capture that cheeky energy and that relentless optimism? And let's not even get started on the fans. They've been living with these characters for years. If the casting isn't on point, fans won't complain, they'll revolt and just not watch it. And on top of that, the action will be underwhelming. Now we all know one of the biggest draws of Naruto is the action. The Rasengan, the Chidori, the Shadow Clone Jutsu, and of course those intense battles. But can you really pull that off in a live action? I mean, just think about it. The whole world of Naruto is built on over-the-top techniques that defy physics. And here's the problem, anime has the luxury of wild, exaggerated action. The animation allows the impossible to become real, but in live action, CGI and special effects have limits. And we've also seen this before in other adaptations. The action looks cheap, the effects look corny, and the stakes, they never feel as high as they should be. And another thing, the tone will be impossible to match. Here's one thing, and arguably the most important thing that the live action has to get right: the tone. Naruto isn't just about ninja fights and cool techniques, it's about emotion. This show has some of the most gut-wrenching, powerful moments you'll ever see in anime. We feel for a lot of characters in this anime, but can a live-action adaptation ever match that emotional depth? It's going to be so difficult to capture that raw, heartfelt moment that makes Naruto's journey meaningful. The pacing in a live-action is always a challenge. So what ends up happening is either the pacing is way too rushed or the emotional arcs fall flat. And they fall flat because they're trying to cram too much into too little time. And my final problem is the fact that the scale is too big to adapt properly. Let's talk about the scale of Naruto's world. This isn't just a story about a village or a single battle. It's a world built from the ground up, with complex lore, different ninja villages, political intrigue, and massive wars. There's no way you can squeeze all of that into a single live-action movie and expect it to do justice to the source material. The only way they can do that if it's just arc by arc. But like stated before, the producers of Lionsgate that are working on the Naruto live-action movie don't know the story of the manga and the anime series at all. And this is going to be a big problem. You are dealing with a massive universe. Naruto's world building took years to develop. Trying to condense that into a live-action movie is like trying to fit a whole mountain in a shoebox. They'll either have to cut entire arcs, losing character development and emotional moments, or oversimplify the world, turning it into a bland, uninspired copy. So like I said before previously, this live-action Naruto movie is already doomed. At the end of the day, here's the truth. Naruto is meant to be an anime. It's a work of art that relies on its animation, its cultural roots, and the emotional connection it builds with the fans. Turning it into a live action is almost a disservice to the material unless it's done right. The stakes are too high, the fans are too passionate, and the potential for failure is just too high. And this is absolutely no hate whatsoever. I would actually love a Naruto live action movie if it was done correctly. The fact that the people that are producing this movie don't even know who the villains are is a huge disgrace. But can I hope for the best? Sure. But with everything I just said and everything we've seen with previous live action adaptations of anime, I'm already bracing for the worst. The Naruto live action movie is already ruined in my eyes. But thank you guys for watching my video. And if you agree or disagree, drop your thoughts in the comments below and let's talk about it. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Your support really helps the channel grow. And look, the live action Naruto movie is already ruined. At this point, the only thing they are successfully summoning is disappointment. And with that, have a great day.